If you've ever noticed that more people seem interested in you when you're already in a relationship, you're not imagining it. This isn't just a quirky coincidence, it's a phenomenon rooted in human psychology. By the end of this, you'll not only understand why this happens, but also gain insights about human behavior that will stick with you for life. Let's get started. 1. The scarcity principle. Value increases with rarity. Humans have a psychological bias that makes us value things that are scarce. This is called the scarcity principle, and it's the same reason a limited edition sneaker sells out in minutes, or why diamonds hold their value. When something isn't freely available, it becomes more desirable. In relationships, this principle works like this. When someone is already taken, they're no longer available. Subconsciously, this creates an allure. You think, if they're taken, they must have qualities that someone else sees as valuable. Their inaccessibility makes them feel rare, and therefore more appealing. Psychologist Robert Cialdini, in his book Influence, explains that scarcity heightens perception of value, not just for objects, but for people too. It's why the phrase, "you always want what you can't have," holds so much truth. Interestingly, this principle doesn't just apply to romantic relationships. It's evident in friendships, professional opportunities, and even material possessions. The less attainable something is, the more our minds crave it, not because of its intrinsic value, but because of the psychological tension scarcity creates. Relationships are no exception. 2. Social proof. Everyone wants what's already wanted. If you walk past two restaurants, one with a line out the door and the other completely empty, which one would you instinctively want to try? The one with the line, right? That's social proof at work. When you're in a relationship, you're providing social proof to others that you're desirable. Someone has approved you, and that validation makes others think, there must be something special about this person. This is amplified in group settings. For instance, if your partner openly admires you in public, that affection signals to others that you're worth admiring. Suddenly, your attractiveness multiplies in their eyes. Social proof is why celebrity relationships become headline news, and why people are drawn to those who are already claimed. Think about pop culture. Some musicians or actors only gain immense popularity after achieving a certain level of fame. Once they're seen as successful, others jump on the bandwagon of admiration. In relationships, being taken creates that same effect. You've already proven your worth to someone, and now others take notice. 3. Confidence, the glow of being wanted. When you're in a healthy relationship, your confidence skyrockets. You feel validated, supported, and loved, and confidence is magnetic. When you carry yourself like you're valued, others pick up on it. Confidence isn't just about looking good or saying the right things. It's about how you present yourself. Studies have shown that confidence can make someone appear more attractive, even if their physical features remain unchanged. Imagine walking through life with a spring in your step, radiating an energy that says, "I'm worthy." People are drawn to that energy. They want to be around someone who's self-assured and happy. However, confidence that comes from being wanted isn't the same as self-generated confidence. When you rely on others' approval to feel good about yourself, that confidence can be fragile. True confidence comes from within, and that's the kind of energy that truly captivates. 4. The halo effect. A relationship changes how others see you. The halo effect is a psychological bias where one positive trait influences how we perceive a person's other traits. When you're in a relationship, people subconsciously assume you have other desirable qualities too, like kindness, emotional stability, or financial success. It's the same reason why people might assume a well-dressed individual is more competent, or why we're inclined to trust someone with a warm smile. Being in a relationship signals to others that you're a good partner, which makes them believe you might also excel in other areas of life. In 1972, psychologist Edward Thorndike first identified this bias, noting that humans are quick to generalize. If one person thinks you're amazing, others are more likely to think so too. This bias also explains why relationships can elevate social status. People view you through a lens of positivity, attributing traits to you that may or may not align with reality. While this can feel flattering, it's also a reminder to stay grounded. Not every assumption people make about you is true, and leaning too heavily on the halo effect can distort self-perception. 5. The forbidden fruit effect, wanting what you can't have. Humans have an innate tendency to desire the unattainable. It's called reactance, a psychological response to restrictions on freedom. When someone is off limits, it can trigger an urge to overcome that limitation. This explains why some people are more interested in pursuing someone who's already taken. It's not necessarily about genuinely wanting to steal someone away. It's the thrill of the chase and the allure of the forbidden. This principle is also why exclusivity sells in marketing. Limited time offers, luxury items with long waiting lists, and out-of-stock labels all tap into the forbidden fruit effect. In relationships, this effect can create a false sense of connection. People might mistake their desire for someone taken as genuine attraction, when in reality, it's driven by the psychological appeal of something forbidden. Recognizing this can help navigate those feelings with clarity. 6. Evolutionary psychology, proof of partner potential. From an evolutionary standpoint, being in a relationship signals that you're a proven mate. Someone has already selected you, which means you've passed the test in terms of desirability, reliability, or ability to provide. In evolutionary psychology, this concept is linked to mate choice copying. Studies on animals, like guppies and birds, have shown that individuals are more likely to choose a mate who's already paired up. Why? Because it's a shortcut for determining quality. If someone else has done the screening work, they must be worth it. In humans, this manifests as a subconscious belief. If you're good enough for someone else, you're good enough for me. But evolutionary psychology isn't destiny. While these instincts influence behavior, they don't define us. Understanding these drives allows us to make conscious choices about who we pursue and why, rather than being led by subconscious patterns alone. 7. The reality check. What this really means. This phenomenon isn't always a compliment. Sometimes people are more interested in the idea of you than in the reality of who you are. They're drawn to the image of you as a desirable, taken person, not necessarily the person behind the relationship. The attention you receive when you're taken might feel flattering, but it's not always rooted in genuine interest. It's often driven by psychological triggers, scarcity, social proof, and forbidden fruit, rather than meaningful connection. Understanding this can be empowering. It allows you to separate genuine connections from superficial attention and focus on relationships that are built on mutual respect and authenticity. 8. The downsides of this attention. If you're in a relationship, this newfound attention can create challenges. It might make you question your worth outside of your relationship or tempt you to seek validation from others. External validation is fleeting. It's not a foundation you can build your self-worth on. If you're single, this can lead to frustration. You might wonder, why didn't people notice me before? Attraction is complex, and much of it operates on subconscious cues that aren't always fair or logical. The key is recognizing the fleeting nature of this kind of attention. It might feel exciting in the moment, but it's not a substitute for the deeper, more enduring connections we all crave. Building those connections takes time, effort, and authenticity. Final thoughts. Your worth isn't determined by whether you're taken or single, or how much attention you get from others. True value comes from within. Confidence, kindness, and authenticity will attract the right kind of people, whether you're in a relationship or not. Not all attention is good attention. The people who truly matter will see your worth regardless of your relationship status. The rest are just reacting to psychological biases they don't even fully understand. When someone's interest peaks because you're taken, see it as a reflection of human nature, not your worth. Embrace relationships that uplift you, and don't let fleeting validation define who you are. If you have made it this far, let us know what you think in the comment section below. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.